So apparently, Vince McMahon is back in WWE. The moment when he stepped down, everybody rejoiced happily, me included. But the day we all never thought we would see again has finally came back. So apparently, I'm gonna read this article, and it basically says he is back in WWE. So I'm gonna read this article by New England Sports News. So it says what Vince McMahon's return to board means for WWE. Vince McMahon reinserted himself into WWE's board of directors Friday, which is today as of me recording this video. The former chairman and CEO had laid out his plan to return to the company to set up WWE for potential sale to benefit shareholders. Yikes. The board of directors were willing to work with McMahon, but did not want him to return, which pretty much was the whole speculation last month. They were willing to work with him, but they didn't want him back in the company in any shape or form. McMahon is the majority owner of WWE, and his Class B share gives him the majority voting power in the company. He brought himself and former company presidents Michelle Wilson and George Barrios onto the board. The trio replaced Joe Ellen Lyons Dillon, Jeffrey R. Speed, and Alan M. Wexler on the board per sec filing. And also, they says somebody resigned from the board per Pro Wrestling's John Pollock. Vince's daughter, Stephanie McMahon, remains the chairwoman of the company and co-CEO with Nick Khan, and her husband Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, remains in the chief content officer. Vince McMahon had sent a letter on December 20th stating he supported the three in their current positions. Does he really? Does he really? Because I guarantee you guys, I'm going to get back to this article, but I guarantee you guys he really doesn't. He's within the next few months he's going to try to take their jobs too. Oh boy. McMahon resigned on July 22nd following a hush money scandal and was investigated by the board and being investigated as of Friday. The Wall Street Journal revealed on December 13th, Rita Charlton, WWE's first female referee and former spa owner, had filed a civil lawsuit against McMahon over sexual assault allegations. The 77-year-old has not acknowledged or expressed remorse over his accusations. Well, that sounds like Vince McMahon right there. WWE reportedly planned on holding an all-employee meeting after McMahon made his return to the company official Friday morning. The company intends to undertake a review of its strategic alternatives, with the goal being to maximize value for all WWE shareholders. WWE said in a press conference, there's no assurance that this process will result in a transaction. The last point and the biggest question regarding McMahon's return to the board of directors is WWE actually going to sell? McMahon's status as majority owner and his majority voting power means he must approve of any sale. His reassertion into the board also includes his power to approve of any media right deal. WWE is in the middle of renegotiation its media right deals with NBC Universal and Fox. The questions regarding a sale is how much McMahon's sexual assault allegations matter to a purchase. WWE could go the Endeavor and UFC route, where the former bought the latter's parent company, Zuffa, but kept Dana White as president. McMahon's return likely means he wants control, but Endeavor's stock has fallen since a video of wife White slapping his wife at a nightclub on a New Year's Eve emerged. Oh boy. McMahon's alleged actions potentially could create bad public relations if he were to remain in charge after a sale. Absolutely. But WWE stock has increased by 22% as of 11:28 a.m. Eastern after McMahon's reinsertion Friday. What's the market view of McMahon's return is up in the air, so it's unknown how much of the impact the 77-year-old's previous allegations and investigations would impact potential sale. The company has a market cap of 6.5 billion. Let me repeat that again. 6.5 billion according to CNBC. Possible buyers of the company could be Comcast, which is the parent company of NBC Universal, Endeavor, which could also seek another asset to move away from UFC, or Amazon, which is growing in the sports world thanks to its Thursday night football deal with NFL. McMahon has expressed a desire to maintain control his company, and while it's unknown if he will take the reins on the on-screen product, Friday's move was another show of his desire to place himself front and center, even while he faces sexual assault allegations and is under federal investigation. Whew, that was a lot to write or read. But apparently, when these deals come up with Fox and USA, if he's not back in as part of the shareholders, he's not going to approve any of their deals to go through. Pretty much means he's going to hold WWE hostage until he gets what he wants. And if I'm not mistaken, when Triple H took over, the stock market went up tremendously. And then I think last month, when they said the talks of possibly Vince McMahon coming back, the stock market went down. It went down. And the fact that he is trying to come back, he is very thrilled. He really wants to come back. I don't know why I said thrilled, but he is very determined to try to come back. I don't know if it's going to be in his day-to-day operations or just stockholder in general. And I don't care what it is. Vince McMahon, you're not wanted back. I'm going to just keep it real with you. I'm going to just be honest. Nobody wants you back. The people backstage don't want you back. The superstars sure don't want you back. They don't want nothing to do with you. After everything that you did for the last few years, you think people seriously want you back. After everything that you've done. Now, I will give you flowers. I will give flowers where credit is due. Yes, you created something, a global phenomenon. But think about it. If we can't sit up here as fans and thinking Vince McMahon coming back is a good idea. Nothing about him coming back screams good idea. Did you not see the stuff he did to think about it. NXT has finally brought up people from NXT that we can actually get invested in. Or we can at least somewhat take serious. When was the last time under Vince's umbrella you saw an NXT call up and you were thrilled about it? Never. It was very little. Because what happens when people come up from NXT, they get lost in the shuffle, they become jobbers, or they get straight released in the next few months. Think about it. When Karrion Kross was in NXT, he was a dominant force. He went up to main roster. He got jobbed out to Jeff Hardy real quick, and they were there, and he was still NXT champion. The man got jobbed out, and then was next thing you know, he's wearing a whole mask to the ring. What about that screams legit main eventer to you? What part of that screams main eventer? Look at all the people he's released and now are under AEW. I guarantee you this. If Adam Cole was right here in WWE right now under Triple H, he would be WWE champion right now. Same thing with Keith Lee. He probably would have dethroned Roman already. We would have seen the Undisputed Era versus the Bloodline. We could have seen if Dean Ambrose was booked better, he would have stayed in the WWE. He could have been a huge deal for WWE if it wasn't for Vince. Everybody that's went to AEW had a problem with Vince. They had a problem with the booking. They had a problem with the character development. That's why they left. So we can't sit up here and say, oh, if he comes back, oh, I'm going to be hyped. Absolutely not. Your favorite superstars getting gimmick changes. Some of these women are going to be going back to looking just like divas and pretty much just only there for just sex appeal. That's it. They're going to be props. They're going to be props. Literally. I can at least sit up here and say under Triple H, I am actually enjoying to watch wrestling. I even know where I was watching it with Vince. I just watched because I love watching wrestling. Even though some of the things he did in it were very questionable, I just love wrestling. I'm passionate about wrestling. That's why I do this week after week. That's why I'm putting up content, because I love wrestling. I love this. And when you have somebody who wants to take that away from us for his own personal agenda, I'm not going to sit up here and be okay with that. Us fans should not be okay with that. Look at all the stuff that he's done. Nothing, the tag teams weren't taken serious. The tag team division had nothing going for it. None of the tag teams were taken serious. The titles were meaningless. Same thing with the mid-card division. In 2022, within 6 months, the U.S. and Intercontinental Championships have went from just being second-rate titles to being very important workhorse championships. This was they made the Intercontinental Championship feel important again. The only times besides this, the Intercontinental title, for me personally, felt important when The Miz was holding it in 2016, and then when Cody Rhodes was holding it. Outside of that, everybody else, they had good matches, but nobody really cared because of the way Vince viewed the title and the way he booked the title in storylines. That's the problem. With Triple H, he's giving us a reason to care about the titles. He's giving us a reason to care about tag team wrestling. That's why the Revival, or FTR, went to AEW, because Vince didn't value tag team wrestling. He didn't value tag team wrestling. All he cared about was his own personal agenda. And I guarantee you this, under Triple H, we're seeing new stars getting used, whether it's in meaning storylines or not, or he's building up new stars from NXT or even on the current product, or currently on Raw and SmackDown. I guarantee you, if Gunther or Walter was still under Vince's umbrella, he would be probably much the next Vladimir Kozlov, doing flips in the ring. Under Triple H, he's a monster heel that I love. He's great. He's a good Intercontinental champion. He has good matches. Ricochet, he wasn't doing little to anything but jobbing to people. But since Triple H took over, he's been a focal point on SmackDown week after week. And I guarantee you, if Vince McMahon was still in power right now, do you really think we would be seeing new stars getting built up? Would we really see new people getting opportunities? Would we really see new superstars that we want to see face other people? No, because if we're really being honest, the only people he's going to be continuing to use are literally Charlotte Flair, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, repeat. That's it. They're the only ones that's going to be really having the title. He's going to keep going back to the drawing board over and over again. We've said it for years. That's the problem with Vince McMahon. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what us fans want, and he claims he does. Do you really think we want to see Brock Lesnar and Roman go back to back to back every premium live event? Do you want to see every time we go to Crown Jewel, seeing Brock Lesnar face Roman for the titles? Do you think we want to see Goldberg or Oldberg face Roman? Absolutely not. We want to see new superstars get opportunities. We want to see new superstars get built up. Both the men, women, and tag team. We want to see more. You're supposed to be building the next generation. How are you building the next generation if you're using part-timers? Let's be honest. You brought Brock Lesnar back. Think about it. You brought Brock Lesnar back last year, had him win the Rumble when we knew for a fact he was not going to be around after WrestleMania. He wasn't going to show up again until SummerSlam. You think we wanted to sit through that? Absolutely not. But Vince would do it anyway. Me personally, I think Vince just loves seeing us fans upset. I really do. I really truly do. I think he loves to see fans furious. And I think that's the whole reason he's trying to come back and weasel his way back into power. I'm just gonna be honest. He really is. And it's sad that we all thought our worst days were behind it because he finally did what we all wanted him to do for years. And it finally happened. But now he's trying to come back when we all know we don't want him back. He's not wanted back. Because all he's going to do is do the same thing he was doing before he stepped down. He's going to be burying NXT call-ups. Let's be real. He's going to be burying NXT call-ups. He's going to release a busload of people. And I'm going to be honest. After that picture surfaced a couple days ago with Bayley, with New Japan, oh, let's be real. If Vince McMahon comes back, I feel bad for Bayley because she is going to get in trouble. Because you think Vince McMahon is going to let that slide? Oh, absolutely not. Oh, absolutely not. Shinsuke Nakamura, oh, you went to fight the Great Muta. Okay. He finna get the boot too. All the people that Triple H brought back, Karrion Kross, you gone. I'm sorry. He gone. Braun Strowman, he probably gonna get up out of there too. Hit Row, oh, y'all can get the pack. Tegan Knox, you gone too. Gone. I'm gonna be honest. He's gonna do exactly that. So I really hope if this doesn't really come to fruition, hopefully if he does come back, I hopefully he doesn't come back at all. And if he does, it's just for the share, just to keep the deals going, and he lets Stephanie, Nick Khan, and Triple H, control what we see on TV, and Vince has no input in it. If that's the case, then I guess I can be somewhat okay with it. If he comes back and tries to be part of the creative, oh my God. You guys really would not want to see how irate and furious I will be. You guys really do not know how furious and irate I will be. But that is the end of this video, you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the post notification bell so that every time I post a new video. We're on the road to 430 subscribers, so if you're new to the channel, please help me out. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, and also hit the post notification bell if you want to know more about more videos just like this or wrestling content related. We're trying to get to that 10K mark by the end of this year, so y'all please help me out with that milestone, because we definitely want to hit that goal by the end of the year. Comment down below, how do you feel about Vince McMahon being back in some type of capacity? Do you think it's going to go any further than him being a shareholder? And how long do you think it'll probably be before he tries to get into, creative and being the chairman again and all that? And we'll have a discussion about it in the comment section down below. But I will see you guys in the next video.